Here are the exercises for Chapter 5. Firstly, we'll start really simple. Don't worry, it's going to get as hard as you could ever possibly want it to get. Create a program that prints all the numbers from 1 to 100, each on a line by itself. Okay, well I think sure you can figure out how to do that. Next, we're going to modify that program to ask for the starting number and ask for the number of numbers required. So you might want to start at 200, for example, and print 10 numbers. So you'll print 200, 201, 202, all the way up through to 209. Notice that 210 would actually be 11 numbers. You get the idea. Or you could start at 1 billion and ask for and print out 100 numbers from there. So the starting number and the number of numbers. Okay, again, pretty straightforward. Let's start getting a little trickier. Modify that program to print a list of the divisors for each number. What does that mean? Okay, so let's say we've got a number 12. A list of divisors for that number is the list of numbers that will evenly divide into 12. So the numbers that will evenly divide into 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. The numbers that will divide into 13 are 1 and 13. You get the idea? The trick there is to figure out how to determine whether something is dividing evenly or not. Can you remember? Can you think about it? Okay. Next, modify that program to print an asterisk next to the prime numbers. And in case you can't remember the definition of a prime number is something that is only divisible by itself and the number 1. Okay, not too much trickier than the previous exercise. The next exercise should really stretch you. Make the last program more efficient. It's a bit nebulous, that particular exercise, but I'll explain what I'm looking for. You take that previous exercise, give it, say, the number 1 billion to start with, and 10 numbers. You want 10 numbers starting with 1 billion. So for each of those 10 numbers it will print out the list of divisors and tell you whether it's prime. Fair enough? Okay. See how long it takes to run that program. See how long it takes to get each one to come out. I can promise you it will take a very long time, longer than you would want it to take. So I'd like that program to go more efficiently, much more efficiently, orders of magnitude more efficiently. I want it to run much faster. Can you do it? Okay, that's the advanced exercise. So we've got 5 different versions of that program. Finally, there's no more. There's no more on that particular one. The project exercise is to modify the project. There's not much to do in this particular exercise, just to force the user to enter an A or an S to determine album or single. And we're going to use a forever loop and a break statement, just like we used already in the exercise that we looked at. So there's not much to do in this particular project exercise, but don't worry, the project is about to get much more sophisticated in the next module. Okay, off you go, and I'll see you in the solutions.